Hey, what's going on? So today I'm going to do. Normally I wouldn't do a remake, wouldn't review a remake, especially this one. But there's some interesting things that I'm going to talk about. Actually, I'm going to do this in two parts because I'm probably going to be talking for a while. But it's Sorority Row that came out last Tuesday, I think. Um, which, as a lot of people probably know, I don't have the DVD for Sorority Row because I rented the thing, and I really don't know why I rented it in the first place. I guess because it is a remake and I wanted to see what they were doing. But for most of you know, it is a remake. The reason I say that, I'll let you know later on. It seems like the writers or producers of the film or somebody at Summit Entertainment either one doesn't want you to know that it's a remake or thinks you're too stupid to know that it's a remake. I don't know, or they just happened to forget that it was a remake. And I'll tell you why later. But it's a remake of this House on Sorority Row. So all they did was drop the house on. Now this here was released in '83, not the DVD, but the film was released in 1983. Um, Stars what's her name? Eileen Davidson, who plays the main sorority sister bitch, I guess you could say, mastermind behind the whole thing. She's pretty much turned into like a daytime TV queen. She's been on The Bold and the Beautiful, Young and the Restless, Days of Our Lives. So she turned into a soap opera. She's been in a ton of soap operas. Basically, um, it's a story about a bunch of sorority sisters. It's they're all graduating college, and they're having this final party uh, that they were going to have somewhere else, but they couldn't, so they had to have it at the sorority. And they play a trick, a prank on their house mother, the person that lives there, and kind of make sure these girls don't kill each other or get alcohol poisoning or something. Make sure that the house doesn't blow up, I guess. Um, who's a real bitch and has some problems of her own, but they decide to play a prank on her. Basically, she carries this cane around, and they decide to play this prank on her after she tells them they can't have the party there and they need to move out because the house is closed and they need to move out. Well, the character, I forgot the character's name, but the character played by Eileen Davidson decides they're going to play a prank on her. Like I said before, she has this cane that she walks around with. Well, she gets a gun, and from, I guess, her boyfriend. And she sets up this prank with all the sorority sisters. Well, you think all the sorority sisters. She has a gun. She puts the cane out in the pool. Well, the house mother comes down, um, and they're decorating for the party. And she's like, "What are you guys doing here? Get out! The house is closed." And she goes, "Well, looks like you're missing something." And the house mother's like, "Well, where is it?" She tells her to go out to the pool. Go out to the pool. It's in the pool. And they're like, "Get in there." She's like, "No, you're gonna have to go in and get it." So that's when she pulls the gun out. She says, "No, you're getting in." House mother was like, "If that's real, you guys are in real big trouble." Well, she goes and she shoots the lamp post out. And all the sororities are, "Oh my God," they're freaking out because they thought it was fake. This other sorority sister, she says, "Now you're going too far." She goes towards her to get the gun. She shoots her in the leg. And they all start freaking out again. And she says, "Ah, it should be all right. It's just a flesh wound, just in the leg." So she makes the house mother get into the pool and shoots at her. And of course, nothing happens. It's full of blanks. Now the girl with the shot leg gets up and starts laughing. Ha ha ha. It's a big joke on everybody. Well, the house mother happens to get her cane back. She gets out of the pool and smacks Eileen Davidson's character in the back of the head. Turns around, fires the gun. I guess it had a real bullet in it. Shoots her, she kills her. Of course, they all freak out. What are we going to do? We've got so much ahead of us because we graduated college and we're going to be big, corporate bosses. We don't want to ruin our futures. So they decide to throw her in the pool until they can get her out the next day. Well, of course, it's a slasher movie, and The party goes on, but of course people have to die. There was a wrong, it must be made right by whoever. Now, this isn't the greatest slasher movie ever made, but it's really not bad at all. The killer is a pretty inventive killer and has pretty good reasoning as to why she, I'm not going to say if you haven't seen it, is doing the killing. Pretty good movie. You should check it out. Now, well, actually, I'll go ahead and stop this here, and I'll go into Sorority Row, the remake. Again, I say remake in part 2. So come back, and I'll let you know about that.